What's up, everybody? Cynda here, and I hate summertime! The blazing, relentless heat, the insane humidity, the...
Hey all you weather fans. Today we've got a huge cold front coming down from the north, and this either signals fall or the end times. Thanks for watching.
It's the first day of fall! What? Man, I miss summertime, and I really do. You know, swimming in the pool, spending time at the beach. It's also great. Hey, you know what? That reminds me of a certain summer-themed game that I really like, Super Mario Sunshine. So let's take a look back and feel nostalgic for those good old summer days. My personal history with Super Mario Sunshine is very simple, yet beyond significant. To put it simply, I wouldn't be the person I am today without this game. And while that sounds like an overdone advertising line, it's true. I went on a vacation with my family back when I was really young, like 5, maybe. And at the cabin we stayed in, they had a Nintendo GameCube with Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash. From what I remember, we made it past the first Shadow Mario fight in Delfino Plaza before we had to pack up and head back home. However, the memory of that trip is still vivid in my memory, and most of those memories are of the GameCube. But Super Mario Sunshine did something amazing. It made me a Nintendo fan. However, even when we bought a Wii, Super Mario Sunshine remained a sort of unobtainable mystery, similar to an ancient treasure lost at sea centuries gone past. I loved whenever Nintendo referenced Sunshine in their games because it felt like I could, at some point, experience this game. But now we come to the present. Me and my brother walked into the local comic book store and found a presumably used GameCube. We bought it and ordered Sunshine, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and Animal Crossing off of GameStop. And I played Sunshine! And then Nintendo announced a collection of 64 Sunshine and Galaxy 7 months later. But now I can finally review this game. So does this game make a splash, or is it a wash? Let's find out.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Something about this game that's pretty different from every 3D Mario game both before and after it is that it's incredibly consistent in its world design. You are always on Isle Delfino. Even the secret stages are entered via a location on Isle Delfino, meaning that the world itself is very rich and developed, unlike a large majority of 3D Mario games, which tend to lean in the whatever the design team came up with direction. And while I don't mind the design, I even like it, it's really nice to be able to explore a very cohesive world like this. It also looks really nice as well. The graphics hold up shockingly well 18 years later. And they even look solid with an HD upscaling. The realistic water is truly beautiful after the stagnant, textured water in Mario 64. There are a lot of areas on the map where you can reach very high places, and while in the original this is where the graphics sort of fell apart, in 3D All-Stars they look absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, with an HD upscale, some things from the original can look sort of dated, like how certain animations will only play when you're within range of the character, or how distressed toads look happy until you walk closer to them. Of course, issues like these are minimal to non-existent in the 480i original on GameCube. In order to complement the beautiful visuals, the soundtrack is also absolutely incredible. The stereotypical beach music is a genre I really enjoy, and Sunshine is packed with awesome beach music. But the game also takes the idea of beach music and runs with it, creating tracks that don't really fit the tradition of a beach level at the time. Take the mysterious Serena Beach. Or perhaps the ethereal Deep Sea of Mare. And Noki Bay. Now, we finally move on to the most controversial aspect of Sunshine, the gameplay. I'm almost positive that you've at least heard of some of the more nightmarish missions in this game. I'm talking lily pads, pachinko, the secret stages, the watermelon festival, the Chuckster level. And yeah, this game has quite a large amount of jank. But I want to say that a large majority of the shines are very reasonable and even pretty fun, but there are quite a few that make me roll my eyes whenever I see them. I think almost all of this game's problems can be summed up to the abysmal physics engine. When Mario jumps, it's next to impossible to make him stop or change his trajectory without using FLUDD, and that shouldn't be the case. If Mario makes a weird jump or something and doesn't have the hover nozzle equipped, you're likely either going to lose a life or plummet all the way down back to the ground. Or the water in a stage like Rico Harbor, which is doubly frustrating in that now you have to swim all the way out of the water and get back to where you were before. The defective physics are also responsible for like half these annoying shines. For some reason, in the pachinko machine, there's almost like a point that Mario crosses that thrust him forwards, and that can make the machine a painful shine to get. Everyone also complains about the lily pads, but I completed that shine on the first try in the original. Yeah! Oh, sorry. Getting over there is agony and a half, though. First, you have to get Yoshi from the egg in Delfino Plaza, then ride a boat all the way to an island, then jump on another boat and go to this platform. Then, you have to jump on another boat and get to this island, so Yoshi can spray juice on the weird stuff that blocks the warp pipe. And Yoshi's physics are even worse than Mario's physics. With Yoshi, if you fall for an extended period of time and try to flutter jump, it doesn't work at all. I found that spin jumping with Yoshi and flutter jumping is the definitive way to gain vertical height and maneuver comfortably in the air. Comfortably in big quotation marks. But where the Yoshi nightmare reaches its climax is one of the worst shines in the entire game. Yoshi's Fruit Adventure in Rico Harbor. In this shine, you need to ground pound these fruit dispensers until you get the one Yoshi wants. And most of the time he wants a durian, which means you have to kick it towards Yoshi instead of just carrying it. Then you have to put up with the awful Yoshi platforming on moving platforms because spraying the fish causes them to become moving platforms, meaning that the spin-flutter combo barely works since Yoshi is so floaty. Plus, if you happen to fall, Yoshi gets evaporated whenever he touches water, despite being able to swim in Super Mario World and in the future with Super Mario Galaxy 2. Despite all these grievances with how janky the physics engine is, Mario himself controls really well. The already smooth movement from Mario 64 has been polished and made silky smooth. Mario can now jump while diving, allowing one dive to potentially carry you across the map. And if you dive on water, you can slip and slide and blast forwards. The spin jump is also a fantastic addition because it allows Mario to spray water in all directions, to jump really high, and it's just plain fun to use. I love how the Sunshine moveset is perfectly built to preserve momentum, making Sunshine speedruns look really cool. But I will say, without FLUDD, the movement feels awkward and janky due to regular jumps not having the level of control that we see later on in the series. It's very hard to correct a bad jump without FLUDD. Also, while the game is unfortunately locked to 30 frames per second, it still feels nice. And it isn't incredibly noticeable. Even when jumping between Galaxy and Sunshine on 3D All-Stars, it isn't nearly as jarring as I thought it would be. Now we start to creep closer and closer to the end of the game, and in order to collect all 120 Shine Sprites throughout all Delfino, you also have to collect all 240 blue coins. These little monsters are hidden all across the map, and a modern example would be the Power Moons in Mario Odyssey for comparison. This is where I really want to go on a rant tangent about Mario Odyssey, but I won't. I like the idea of blue coins, but with them being so plentiful and some of them being extremely obscure and some just unfair, it's hard to gather much appreciation for them. Like the Korok seeds in Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll naturally come across some blue coins as you explore the stages, but if you want all of them, then you'll have to search every stage like crazy. Or just look it up on the internet, that's what I did, sorry guys. But I will say, in moderation, the blue coins provide a really good incentive to search every stage, and also play around with the movement system to try to get places you thought you couldn't. A really great example is this one in Bianco Hills, where you have to jump across the clouds and get on the platform where PB Piranha was to find a blue coin. Once you collect the 7th Shine Sprite in each course, you open up the final gauntlet, and while a ton of people curse Mountain's existence, when I played the level, it really wasn't that bad, especially compared to the other borderline unfair secret stages. The boat portion was kinda janky since it's hard to tell where it's going. Shouldn't it be going this way? Huh? But once you pilot this barely functioning boat over and rocket nozzle up to the top, it's time to fight Bowser. This fight is embarrassingly easy after the other nightmares this game put me through. Just rocket nozzle, then ground pound. Like, there are other bosses that gave me a harder time, or really just took longer and were more annoying. King Boo is a pain and a half, due to RNG being a huge part of his fight, I think. Even if it's not, it still feels like it is. Petey Piranha's second fight is so annoying since you have to aim these water pig things. The bosses are definitely the weakest part of Sunshine. This game is the textbook definition of a mixed bag. Some missions are some of 3D Mario's best, while some are the embodiment of agony. But the good missions, the fluid movement, and awesome island aesthetic keep me coming back.
Nothing like reminiscing about summer with a good old Mario game. But man, this whole fall thing is really starting to get to me. The leaves everywhere, and those annoying pumpkins!